What's up guys, welcome back to another manufacturer comparison, and today we're gonna do a comparison between the Back to the Future Part 3 time machine between Hot Wheels and Tomica. And man, it's been a while since we've done a comparison between two brands. Well, today we're gonna kick it off with these two bad boys right here. So the one on the right here is this Tomica version, and the one on the left is the Hot Wheels version. So at first glance you can already see that the paint or the lack of paint for the Hot Wheels and the proportions are quite different between the two. But before we get into the in-depth details, you have to note that the price of the car. So for this Tomica version right here, it costs $10, and for the Hot Wheels version, surprisingly, it's also $10. And for those who are in the USA or whatnot, these are actually priced here in Singapore. So yeah, just keep note of that they practically cost the same here. So it's gonna be a pretty fair comparison this time round. So now that you know the pricing, let's get on with the details. Starting off with the paint job, you can see this, the Hot Wheels version, as I mentioned just now, does not have any paint. So it's actually like Zamac, right? You can see it's just the bare metal of the car, and it's actually pretty. Look at it, just really shiny and reflective, very glossy and whatnot, and I absolutely love it. While for the Tomica version, it's just this normal paint, gray paint right here. It looks really bland. But although as much as I love the Hot Wheels version, the more realistic color is actually the Tomica version. Well, in my opinion, at least in the movie, it's not very shiny or metallic like this Hot Wheels version right here. So in terms of Tomica, they actually got the paint right, so that's a bonus point for them. Now in terms of the wheels, they look at it, they're quite similar at first glance. But for the Tomica version right here, for those who don't know, Tomica wheels have suspension, and that's a pretty neat feature, I can't deny that. But for the Hot Wheels, there are no suspension, but it does have real riders. I can actually remove these right there, and pretty nice. That's what I love about Hot Wheels. Adult cars actually have real riders on them, and on top of that, they have metal base. Yep, this has a metal base and a metal body. So if you actually hold both of them, this one is very light compared to the Hot Wheels version, because this Tomica version only has a plastic base. So yeah, I just wanted to add that in. So the paint, the wheels, and the base. What else is different from the car? Well, one thing that I really dislike about the Tomica version is, ooh, look at that. Look at that rear, like the rear lights look so hideous. Look at that. Alright, if you're a Tomica guy and you're like triggered because I said that, take a look at the Hot Wheels version. You can't deny this looks so much better, even as the signal lights and out of time license plate right there. It's not that clear, but definitely better than what we have right here from Tomica. That does kind of suck. So the rear lights, Hot Wheels is definitely better. If you take a look at the top right here, do Hot Wheels or Tomica get it better? Well, look at this. For the Hot Wheels version, you can see that the metal body is actually a separate piece from all the wiring right here. You can see that all the wiring is colored black. Mr. Fusion is painted white. But on the Tomica version, you can see just one whole chunk right there. You can see the wiring and the whatnot, they're all part of the gray metal body. But you can see on the Hot Wheels version, you can even see this roll cage right here. Let's take a closer look at that. Sorry, my camera can't focus. You can see this separate roll cage piece right here. On the Tomica, you can see just one whole mold. So you can see the Hot Wheels actually articulated the car much better than Tomica. And this is a small detail on the Hot Wheels version. You can see it actually says Mr. Fusion right there. It's very small, I can't zoom in, but you can see there's some wording right there. It says Mr. Fusion there, but on Tomica it's just a plain white thing right there. So that does kind of suck. So in terms of detail, seems to be Hot Wheels seems to be doing a better job. Well, let's head to the front on the hood right here, where there's some more wires, and this is where Tomica kinda does a better job. You can see it's detailed in this brown right here. It's like strapped onto the hood of the DeLorean. But on the Hot Wheels version, you can see it's also strapped with the black wires and whatnot. But you can see that these wires right here, they're not very detailed. Now, I'm not sure which one is actually more accurate, this one or this one. But I do say that the Hot Wheels version looks much better. Look at that, the molded chunks of wirings and whatever resistors right there. But on the on the Tomica version, this looks like what Bob the Builder will bring to the construction site. It looks like the drill right there and the wrench or whatnot. It just looks so weird. It looks so cartoony. But on the Hot Wheels version, that's some serious stuff right there. Check that out. And speaking of serious stuff, you guys look at the interior right here. You can see there's actually a TV screen, right? They used in the movie. I'm not really sure if you can see the flux capacitor inside the car. I highly doubt it'll be inside. But you can see there's some nice interior going on for the Hot Wheels. But For the Tomica, it's rather blacked out. I'm not really sure why they decided to do that. It's almost hard to see, but there is an interior on the car. I can't really see it properly, but I do see some wires on the dashboard, which is a nice touch. But yeah, I just wanted to add that in. It's not really a pro or con, it's just a preference whether you want it to be blacked out or you want it to be transparent. But for me, I would love it to be transparent. You can see the interior of the cars. Who wouldn't want to see the interior of their cars, right? So yeah, those are pretty much the differences between the Hot Wheels and Tomica version. So Tomica points are the suspension, the more detailed the front right here. And oh, if you go look at the front right here, the front tempos, they're pretty much the same. Yeah, and that's only the pretty much plus point for the Tomica. But for the Hot Wheels, wheel riders, metal base to make the car heavier, a much nicer rear light tempo right there. And on the front, maybe this is a preference, but I prefer this more molded chunk of metal right there. I think it's safe to say that Hot Wheels did a much better job than Tomica, especially because of the price point. They cost the same. But how about you guys? Tell me in the comments below, which one do you prefer, the Hot Wheels version or the Tomica version? Tell me in the comments below. Once again, this is just my opinion. I prefer the Hot Wheels version. Anyways, that's it guys for today's manufacturer comparison. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want me to do more of this manufacturer comparison, be sure to subscribe, right, and give this video a thumbs up. If you guys missed out my previous video, click on the top right or click on the bottom right for another random video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.